Merry Christmas! It's Christmas Eve. Welcome to the first in a series of Yule Yogas. Today we're going to focus on de-stressing after a busy time, getting ready for Christmas. We've obviously got a little bit more to do. Christmas can be stressful, so we're going to really work on relaxing. So find a comfortable seated position. That might be with your legs crossed, but for lots of us this is really uncomfortable. So if it is, don't force it. Sit however is comfortable. So that might be with your legs out, you might want to kneel up. Do whatever works for you. So don't force yourself to be uncomfortable. On a nice tall spine, relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Let the hands fall wherever's comfortable. So that might be in your lap, on your knees, down by your side. And close down the eyes. Just taking a few moments here to arrive on your mat. And relax. Let the muscles in your face soften. Start to notice your breath. Notice the rhythm, the speed of the breath, whether it's shallow or deep. Notice whether the belly rises and falls with each breath, or the shoulders or the chest. How each breath makes the fabric of your clothes move against your skin. Start to deepen the breath, taking full breaths in, breathing all the way into the belly, into the backs of the lungs, under the collarbone, and then emptying out. Taking full breaths in and full breaths out. Notice what a calming effect this deep breathing can have. So any time that you feel stressed or worried off the mat, you can always bring your attention to your breath. Start to control the breath. And it helps to calm the mind. Gently blink open the eyes. Come to sitting. You can have the legs crossed. You can bring the soles of the feet together if that's uncomfortable, or you can kneel. Want to take an inhale, reach the arms up, find a nice long spine, lifting through the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, take the right hand down behind you. Take your left hand onto your right knee or your right thigh, twisting yourself towards the right. to come back to centre, reach the arms overhead. And then exhale, take the left hand down behind you, take the right hand to the left leg and twist towards the left. Back to centre, release the twist. Take the hands down in front of you. Come onto the knees. Bring the big toes to touch. And then send the bum towards the heels. The knees can be together, they can be apart, so whichever is comfortable. Walk the hands forwards. Send the chest and the forehead down towards the mat. Let the shoulders soften. Don't worry about forcing the hips towards the heels. Just let them be wherever they are. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, walk the hands over to the right side. Rest the left hand on top of the right hand. Resting the forehead on the mat. Again, let the shoulders be soft. Feel the stretch down the left side of the body. Breathing into the left side of the ribs. And then walk the hands back to centre. And then take them all the way over to the left side. Resting the right hand on top of the left hand. Melting the chest and the forehead towards the mat. Feel the stretch down the right side of the body. And then coming back to centre. So you can rest in child's pose any time you want. As you inhale, walk the hands back towards you as you start to lift your chest and make your way into a neutral tabletop. So spread out all 10 fingers, stacking the shoulders over the top of the wrists. If you've got elbows like mine that tend to lock out a bit, then just take a tiny micro bend in the elbows to protect them. Bring the hips over the top of the knees. And then coming into cat-cows. So as you inhale, start to lift the tailbone. So untucking the tailbone, sending the belly button down towards the mat, drawing the ribs forwards and lifting the chest. And then as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under, rounding the back, tucking the chin into the chest, drawing the belly button up towards the spine. Inhaling to arch the back, lifting the chest, lifting the chin. Exhaling to round. So move at your own pace here, moving with your own breath. So arching with each inhale, rounding with each exhale. So breathing through the nose as we move through the postures is very helpful as it helps to slow down the breath. However, it is cold season, so if like me that means that you can't breathe, breathe through the mouth. Don't force it. Make this your last round, and then finishing up in a neutral tabletop. From here, tuck the toes, press into the hands, lift the knees up off the mat, and then start to lift the hips towards the ceiling. Start to lengthen through the legs, coming into your first downward dog. So spread out all 10 fingers, really press down into all 10 knuckles. If it feels nice, then walk out the dog by bending one knee, then the other knee, to bring some movement into the hamstrings. Let the head be heavy. And then find some stillness. Press through the heels towards the mat. Now they might not reach the mat, that doesn't matter. The knees can be bent, so if you feel like you're rounding the back, or if your hamstrings are really tight and it's very uncomfortable, then just bend the knees. So you can take your belly closer to your thighs. But wherever you are, let your head be really heavy. Give your head a little nudge, yes, and a little shake now to get rid of any tension. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, start to walk the feet forwards in between the hands and find a forward fold. And again, the knees can be bent. Take an inhale, slide the fingertips up the shins, find a flat back, halfway lift. And then exhale and fold forwards. Take a bend in the knees, and then as you inhale, unroll all the way. Head comes up last. And then reach the arms overhead. Bring the palms to touch. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale to fold forwards. Take the hands down to the mat, so feel free to bend the knees so that you can get there. Step your left foot back, lower the back knee, untuck the back toes, and then lift the chest, reaching through the fingers. Spread out all 10 fingers. Relax the shoulders. Press into the top of the back foot and the back shin. So that'll help to take a little bit of pressure off the back knee, but it also helps to engage the back thigh. Tuck the tailbone under because this is a gentle back bend. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, take the hands down, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and step back to a high plank. Pull the belly in here. We don't want the bum spiking up to the ceiling, and we don't want the hips sagging towards the ground. So we want the core to be working. The thighs are active, so pressing through the heels towards the back of the room. Imagine that you're drawing the kneecaps up into the thighs to bring some engagement into the big leg muscles. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lower the knees. Take another big inhale. Exhale, lower the chest all the way down to the mat, bending the elbows, squeezing the elbows in towards the ribs. Untuck the toes. Reset the hands underneath the shoulders if they're not there already. Press the hands into the mat, elbows squeeze into the ribs as you drag the ribs forwards and lift your chest for cobra. Now it doesn't matter if your cobra is down here or if it's up here, so long as there's no pinching in the lower back. Make sure that you tuck the tailbone under. We always want to protect the lower back and relax the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, tuck the toes, come onto the knees, and then lift the hips, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Want to untuck the tailbone, so think about sticking the bum out and up towards the ceiling to help bring some more length to the spine. Take an inhale, lift the left leg up behind, and then as you exhale, pull the belly in, bring the left knee towards your chest, and then with control, or as much control as possible, plant the left foot down in between the hands. Now it might not land in between the hands, so if it doesn't, then just shuffle it forwards until it's where you want it to be. Lower the back knee, untuck the back toes, take a breath in, lift the chest. Again, pressing into the back shin, the top of the back foot to bring some engagement into the back thigh and to take some pressure off the back knee. If you've got sensitive knees, if you're doing it on a hard floor, then you can pad out the back knee, double over the mat. You put a towel down. Take a big breath in. Exhale, take the hands down to the mat, frame the front foot, and then step forwards, finding a forward fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale to fold forwards. Take the hands down, step the right foot back, lower the back knee, untuck the back toes, lift the chest as you inhale. Pressing into that back leg's active. Tuck the tailbone and relax the shoulders. Take a big breath in. Exhale, take the hands down, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, back knee lifts and step back, finding a high plank. So really pressing into the hands to round through the shoulders here. Pressing through the heels towards the back of the room. Options, you can lower the back of the knees like we did in the last version, or you can take a full chaturanga, coming up onto the balls of the feet, shoulders come ever so slightly forwards of the wrists, keep pulling the belly in, squeeze the elbows in towards the ribs as you lower yourself down until the elbows are in line with the ribs. Inhaling for upward dog or cobra. So for upward dog, thighs are lifted and engaged, arms are straight. Wherever you are, remember to tuck the tailbone because both are a back bend. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the pelvis, downward facing dog. Untuck the tailbone, so sticking the bum out here. Give your head a little nudge yes and a little shake no. Take an inhale, lift the right leg up behind, and then as you exhale, pull the belly in. Press into the hands, bring the knee towards your chest, and then plant the foot down in between the hands or wriggle it until it's there. Lower the back knee, untuck the back toes, lift the chest. Remembering to tuck the tailbone. Take a big breath in. Exhale, take the hands down. Step forwards, forward fold. Take an inhale and rise all the way up. Reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale to fold forwards. Take the hands down to the mat. Step back into a high plank. And then take your version of the vinyasa. So low into low plank with the knees lowered if you need. Inhaling for upward dog or cobra. Exhale for downward facing dog. Take an inhale. Then as you exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Coming into warrior one. So you want a deep bend in the front knee with the knee stacked over the ankle. The back foot is on a 45-degree angle. It's pointing to the top left corner of the mat. Now, we want to take our hands onto our hips and square the hips towards the top of the mat. That can cause a lot of pinching in the back knee. It can be quite uncomfortable. If that happens, then just take the back leg out to the side a bit more and give yourself more room. If that's still causing pinching, then come up onto the ball of the back foot and take a high lunge. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling. And relax the shoulders. So we're avoiding scrunching the shoulders around the ears. We want to draw the shoulder blades down the back, but we're still reaching our fingers towards the ceiling. And tuck the tailbone under, because again, this is a small back bend. Take a big breath in. Exhale and take the hands down behind you. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Take an inhale and lift the chest. And then as you exhale, you want to dive down and forward, sending the chest and the belly to the inside of the front thigh. So we don't want to rest on the thigh. We're using our leg strength and our core strength to keep ourselves up. Lifting the arms up as high as you can towards your head. Now they might stay somewhere near your bum. You might be able to get them higher. Either is fine, it just depends on how much mobility you've got in your shoulders. See if you can keep squeezing the palm of the hands together. They might not reach, they might be apart, but keep trying to press them together to bring that engagement. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Take one last big breath in. Exhale, release the hands. Take the hands down, frame the front foot. Pivot onto the ball of the back foot. Step back. And find a downward facing dog. So lifting the pelvis, untucking the tailbone. Take a big breath in. Exhale and with control, step the left foot forwards. Warrior one. So deep bend in the front knee, back foot's on that 45-degree angle-ish, pointing to the top right corner of the mat. Hips square to the top of the mat. And again, give yourself a bit more room if you need to. Or take a high lunge. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling, shoulders blades draw down the back, tuck the tailbone under. Big breath in. Exhale, take the hands down behind the back, interlace the fingers. Take an inhale, lift the chest. Exhale to dive down to the inside of the left leg. So not resting on the thigh. Arms reach up as high as you can. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Pressing the palms of the hands together, even if they don't meet. Make sure that the back thigh hasn't fallen asleep, so you keep squeezing the back thigh. Let the head be heavy. Take one last big breath in. Exhale, release the hands. Take the hands down, frame the front foot, pivot on the ball of the back foot, step back into a downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, walk the feet forwards in between the hands, finding a forward fold. Take the hands to the mat, bend the knees if you need to, and then heel toe your feet. Feel that they're about mat width apart, maybe a little bit less. Heels point in, toes point outwards. Take your hands down, and then with control, start to lower your hips down towards the mat. And you might find that your heels lift as you do this. Doesn't matter, they can lift. If it's more comfortable, then you can put a block underneath the heels. Lowering your hips down as far as you can. And again, it doesn't matter if you're down here or if you're up here somewhere. If you're hanging out somewhere that's really quite uncomfortable, then feel free to sit on the block. Take your hands to your heart centre, so press your thumb knuckles into your chest bone. Bring your elbows to the inside of your thighs. Find a nice long spine, so avoid rounding the spine. So imagine lifting through the crown of the head. And then gently, if it feels nice, press the elbows in towards the knees. So part the legs slightly and bring a bit more movement into the hips. And remembering here to pull up the pelvic floor, so think about trying to stop having a weight mid-flow, so it's the same muscles. So engaging pelvic floor. And if hanging out here is really quite easy, if you've got an awful lot of ability in the hips, then you might want to think about building up more strength to support the joints, in which case just lift yourself up about 10% of the way. So it's only a small amount, probably a couple of centimetres at the most, but suddenly you're using a lot more strength. Take one last big inhale. Exhale. Starting to lower ourselves down, so you can take your hands down to the mat, either in front or behind, or if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, you can keep the hands lifted, lowering the bum down with as much control and grace as you can muster. It's only so gracefully you can do it. Take the legs out in front, flex the feet so that the toes point up towards the ceiling. Find a long spine, take a breath in, reach the arms up. And then as you exhale, fold forwards. Now here, we then want to think about not worrying. We want to let go of trying to get hold of the toes. If they're available to you, you can reach, that's fine. But if not, you can grab a hold of your ankle, you can grab your shin, you can have your hands by your side, doesn't matter. If you're kind of partway there but not quite, and you want to reach because you want a bit more traction, then you can use a strap. Wrapping a strap around the feet. You want to think about trying to get the belly onto the thighs. So it's not about getting the nose onto the knee because that causes the back to round. So instead you want to find a long spine, a straight back, and think about getting the belly onto the thighs. And it might not touch the thighs, and that's fine. And you might want to take a little bend in the knees because your hamstrings might be really tight, and that's fine too. And remember to breathe. Sending the gaze over the big toes, over the top of the mat to help to keep that long spine. And then inhaling to come back up. Come to lying all the way down on your back. So from here we're coming into fish pose. So I want to take your hands underneath your bum cheeks, lengthen out through the legs, and then you want to lift yourself up onto your forearms, so pressing the forearms down into the mat. From there, then you can lift the head and send the crown of the head down towards the mat. So it's quite a passive back bend. You're supporting yourself with your arms. If your head's hanging out in midair somewhere, then feel free to prop it up on a pillow or a block. And remembering to breathe. And then on the next inhale, start to lift your head up, taking it back down so that you're not putting your weight through the crown of your head, and then release one hand at a time. Take a little bend in the knees and windscreen wipe the knees from side to side. And then give yourself a little cuddle. From here, keep hugging the right knee in towards your chest and straighten out the left leg. Shuffle your hips over towards the right a little bit. Use your left hand to draw your right knee across your body towards the left side of the mat. Reach the right arm out to the side. If you're a bit stuck for space like I am, you might want to cactus the arm. And the idea is that we want to get the right knee down towards the left side of the mat, and we want the right shoulder to go down towards the right side of the mat. Now, as you can see, my right shoulder's not touching. It doesn't matter. If it's uncomfortable to hang out here, then you can rest a block underneath the arm or the shoulder for a bit of support. But we really want to think about sending the knee and the shoulder in opposite directions, because imagine that you're wringing out a clot, two ends in opposite directions, and that's what we want to do with our spine, to twist after the back bend. And then come back to centre. Hug the knees into the chest. Keep hugging the left knee in. Straighten out the right leg. Shuffle the hips over towards the left. Use the right hand to draw the left knee across your body towards the right side of the mat. Reach the left arm out to the side. You might want to cactus the arm again if you've not got room, so that means bending at the elbow so that the hand's by your head. And again, trying to get the left knee down towards the right side of the mat and the left shoulder on towards the left side of the mat. If it's not touching, it doesn't matter, and you can always pop it over the block. Send the gaze over the left shoulder. And then hug both knees back into centre. Give yourself another little cuddle. And then make some gentle circles with the knees. Going in one direction, massaging out the lower back, and then change end direction. And then when you're ready, find a comfortable position lying on your back or on your side. Relax the arms down by your side, relax the shoulders. You might want to lengthen the legs. If you've got anything going on with the lower back, then you might want to bend the knees to relieve a bit of pressure from the lower back. But allow yourself to completely relax. Close down the eyes. Come back to your normal breath. Allowing all 10 toes to relax. Allowing both feet to relax. Relaxing both ankles. Relax both calves. The front and back of both thighs. Relax both glutes. Relax your hips. Relax your belly. Relax both sides of your chest. Relax your upper arms. Relax your lower arms. Relax your wrists. Relax your hands. Relax all 10 fingers. Relax your lower back and your middle back and your upper back, your shoulder blades. Relax both sides of the neck, the back of the neck. Relax the jaw, the tongue. Relax your upper lip. Relax your eyes, the muscles around your eyes. Relax your forehead. Whole of your body completely relaxed, so you could just melt into the mat. Start to deepen your breath. Bring some movement back into your fingers and toes. Gently move your head from side to side. And then if it feels nice, reach your arms overhead and take a full body stretch. And then slowly, in your own time, roll over onto your right hand side, using your right arm as a pillow. And then keeping your eyes closed, as slowly as you can, use your left hand to press yourself up to a comfortable seated position with a heavy head. Your head comes up last. So that we don't undo all the hard work that we've just put into relaxing. Bring your hands to your heart centre. And thank yourself for taking the time out of your busy day, or this busy time of year, to do something to take care of yourself. Bow your head to your hands. Namaste. Thank you very much, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. If you have any comments or questions, then please get in touch. There will be plenty more videos over the Christmas period so that you don't have to go without. Have a wonderful Christmas. Bye.